Hi and welcome to my channel, guys. Today's video we're going to be replacing a battery on this Kia Sorento. This is a 2007 model. Okay, so the problem is you turn the key, grrr, car doesn't start, all you hear is grrr. So it's a weak battery. There's no power to the battery. I did check the alternator. I used the voltmeter. I have the voltmeter here, right here. So all I did was took this voltmeter, I jump started the car, and I put this on the battery to check the voltage of the alternator. So the alternator is given 14.34 voltage. So the alternator is good. So I'm gonna go inside. We're gonna crank up the car with this old battery and see how it sounds. So you're gonna know. So it's easy to change the battery. I do have a battery over there. And I'm gonna show you the cold cranking apps, and I'm gonna show you a simple little procedure. Okay. I want to tell you one thing. If you're changing your car's battery and your battery has not died, so you pretty much all your memory is still alive, try to save a memory. I do have videos on how to change a battery without losing the memory on other vehicle. Procedure follows the same. This does have electrical throttle body. You don't want to lose the memory and your idle's very low. But since mine is dead, it's okay. It's already lost the memory, no problem. We're going to go ahead and continue with that. Alright, so let's go inside the vehicle first and we're gonna try to crank it. Okay, so we got our key here. So pretty much you put the key in the ignition. You see that? That's all we're getting. Okay, so it's a bad battery, dead battery. It doesn't want to hold the charge. So very simple procedure. I'm gonna show you. So this is the battery we're gonna put in. Always pay attention to your cold cranking apps. You see that CCA? That means cold cranking amps. That's what that stands for. So this is 700 cold cranking amps, okay? So there we have it, enough said. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna need an extension with the number 12, so which goes all the way on there, you see that? And you're gonna need a number 10. Let's put the number 10 away for now. And you're gonna need a ratchet. I'm using a 3/8 drive here, which is good enough. You don't wanna use a 1/4" drive because that's gonna be too weak and you might damage your tool. Over here you can use a 1/4" drive ratchet. But anyways, this is how the procedure is gonna be. Just be careful, you don't want to short circuit nothing. So if you want to keep your memory alive, you could do it with the car running. Just be careful, don't damage, don't short circuit if you remove the terminal. Or you could back up the memory by using reverse cable from the cigarette lighter port and just give it power back, coming back. All right, so this little bracket, so we got the bolt off, that's the little bolt, and this bracket is below this. Okay, once this is loose, this bracket is under this little guy. So what we're gonna do is, let's switch up our tool. I am gonna go on to this one hand, a little difficult, but it's all right. Let's disconnect the battery. Okay, loosen up the 10 there. Let me loosen up some more. And on this side, you're gonna pop open this cover here. And we're gonna loosen this side as well. So once the terminal is loose, you can just lift up the terminals. Sometimes you need to use a flathead to support. Okay, I went and got me this a flathead screwdriver, so this is gonna support me a little bit, lifting that terminal out of there. Anyways, so we have this out. We're gonna do the same thing for the other side, positive. Remember, if you're running the car if you don't want to lose the memory and you're running the car, you don't want this thing to touch anywhere, okay? So, because it's gonna be hot all the time. There's gonna be power coming back, and it's gonna short circuit everything. So this little guy comes right off. All right, and now we should have better access for that little plate. Remember, it goes that way. And once we have all this out, we can simply just remove this battery. You're gonna have to push a little bit towards the engine because it's like a little groove on this end that holds the battery in, and this comes out. Okay, so here comes the new battery, and what we're gonna do is, the battery I got is wrong because the positive is on the wrong side. I'm gonna have to call up the guy, but the rest should be good. Okay guys, so we have the correct battery. Notice the positive is on this edge of the battery and back to that side, because that's where the positive is over here. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna simply take the battery, slip it in there, and we're gonna push it towards this way. Okay, that's how it clamps in. And we're gonna take the mount base here, which slips right in there. Very simple. We're gonna take our number 12 bolt. That's what goes on that. You're gonna catch the threads. Let me get the socket and the extension. It's gonna be very simple. Okay, once you have the bolt sitting down, what you're gonna do is you're gonna snug it, okay? I would recommend just hand tighten it. Don't put a hole in the battery, okay? Because you can destroy the battery if you go crazy. So that's it, hand tight, and we're done there. And then what we're gonna do is make sure your terminals are nice and clean, okay? So I am gonna take a little bit of moment and clean these. You could just do it with a wire brush, flathead screwdriver, in this manner. All right, because if you don't have a good contact, the battery is not gonna do its job. Make sure that one's nice and clean. And after that, you're gonna put in both of your terminals nicely and easily, and make sure they're nice and firm and nice and tight. Okay, and after that, we're gonna crank up the car, and the car should just crank right up like it's okay. We forgot one thing. Oh, smooth back. We forgot the little cover that goes around the battery. I always forget these little guys, even on the Hondas. Call them a jacket. To make a notation of that. Okay, let me go grab it. Have it sitting on this side. This little guy was just like that. It's good to put this thing back together because it helps the battery to stay a little bit warm, and it protects it from the heat of the engine. Nice and tight again, guys. Nice. Make sure everything's nice and snugged in there. And hand tighten both of these terminals. Very simple. And we're done. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go inside and crank, so you guys are gonna see in there. And make sure if you have a cover like this, make sure you put this cover on. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's do this. Stick the camera without shutting anything off. I'm gonna grab my light. We're gonna go inside. Just give it a crank. Okay, there's my key. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Again, the battery was a little bit wrong. That's no problem. So we had our negative, positive was on this side of the battery. So it wasn't like if I were to switch it around, the positive would go on this side. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If your car does not start, give it a jump first. After that, check your voltage on the alternator. If the voltage is above 13, you're in good hands. Replace the battery.